We made this garden bed using some old bamboo sticks and rope that were lying around in the garden. Instead of throwing them away, we decided to use them to make a simple raised bed. Bamboo is strong and natural, so it works very well for small garden structures. With a little tying and adjusting, we were able to make a neat bed that can hold the soil nicely. It does not cost anything and also looks quite natural in the garden. Earlier, this bed was used for growing sweet peas. The plants did well and we harvested a good amount of peas from here. After the harvesting was finished, we cleaned the bed properly. We removed the dry stems and the old plant roots so the soil would be ready for the next crop. Cleaning the bed is important because it gives a fresh start to the new plants. Now we are going to plant tomatoes in this same bed, but we are planting them in a slightly different way so that the plants can grow stronger and give a bigger harvest. This method is quite simple and we have tested it before. It works well for tomatoes and it also works nicely for peppers and eggplants. The first thing we do is make deep holes in the bed. We are not digging the whole bed again. Instead, we only dig holes exactly where the plants will go. The number of holes depends on the size of the bed and also on the variety of tomato plants. Some varieties grow very big and need more space. In our case, the bed is not very large, so we are making 5 holes only. This will give enough room for each plant to grow properly without crowding. After making the holes, we add a small amount of fruit peels into each hole. These are just normal kitchen scraps like banana peels or other fruit skins. We do not add too much, just a little bit in every hole. These peels will slowly break down inside the soil and release nutrients for the plants later. Once the peels are added, we cover them with soil. This step is important. We put a thick layer of soil over the fruit peels so that the tomato roots do not touch them in the beginning. Fresh kitchen waste needs a little time to start breaking down. If the young roots touch it too early, it may not be good for the plant. So the soil layer keeps a safe distance between the waste and the roots. After that, we pour some compost tea into the holes. Compost tea is simply water that has been mixed with compost and left for some time. The water absorbs nutrients and helpful microbes from the compost. When we pour it into the soil, it helps improve the soil life and gives a gentle boost to the plants. Now we take our tomato seedlings along with their root balls and place them into the holes. Before we fill the soil back, we remove the lower leaves from the seedlings. Tomato plants have an interesting habit. If you bury part of their stem under the soil, that buried stem will grow new roots. Because of this, the plant develops a stronger root system. So after removing the lower leaves, we place the seedlings deep into the holes and then cover them with soil. The holes are deep enough so the plant can sit almost halfway inside the soil. This makes the plant more stable and also encourages more root growth. While making the holes, we always make sure they are deeper than the root ball of the seedling. This gives us space to add kitchen waste at the bottom and still plant the seedling deep without letting the roots touch the waste immediately. After about 10 to 15 days, it is perfectly fine if the roots reach that area because by then the waste has already started breaking down. Once the planting is done, the next step is mulching. Mulch is very helpful in keeping the soil moist and reducing weed growth. You can use many different organic materials for mulch. Dry leaves, straw, grass clippings, or even cardboard can work. In our case, we are using some pieces of cardboard. We cut a small hole in the center of each cardboard piece and make the opening a little bigger so the plant stem can pass through easily. Then we place these pieces around the tomato plants to cover the soil surface. The cardboard helps block sunlight from reaching the soil, which means weeds will not grow easily. It also helps the soil stay moist for a longer time. Slowly, the cardboard will also break down and mix with the soil. After placing the mulch, we give the plants another round of compost tea. This helps the soil settle nicely around the roots and keeps the area moist. The extra moisture and nutrients also help the seedlings adjust better after transplanting, so they can start growing without stress and continue developing into strong tomato plants.